I'm joined by Pakistan's foreign minister, who I last interviewed in depth in September. Back then, your country was devastated by the floods. We'll talk about the food crisis in a moment. But earlier this month, there was a conference in Geneva. I was speaking to the head of the UN Development Programme earlier on. He said he's never been to one of these conferences to raise money where you actually managed to raise all the money. So that actually is the good news, yes?
Well, first of all, I'm really happy to be back on Al Jazeera, and absolutely right. Last week here in Geneva, we had a Resilient Pakistan conference when we wanted to turn sort of this catastrophe into an opportunity for Pakistan not only to build back, but build back better. And we're very grateful to the international community for standing in solidarity with Pakistan. We managed to cross our own target, our ask of $8 billion, and we got a sort of $9 billion plus of pledges and loans out of this conference, which is 50% of our reconstruction and rehabilitation need. The other 50% will be funded through the federal and provincial governments of Pakistan. So that is sort of a foreign policy success, a climate success. And we're hoping that going forward, it'll form a sort of model for other countries that experience climate catastrophes on the scale that Pakistan has. We have to move beyond sort of humanitarian relief and see how we can concentrate on development, but climate resilient developments. It's a step in the right direction.
That's the good news. The bad news is the situation on the ground right now in Pakistan, the economic situation, the food crisis, the price of flour. I believe you've got armed guards now guarding wheat deliveries. Discontent is rising. Are you worried? Can your government survive?
So as far as the economic challenges that Pakistan is facing, we are not alone in facing these economic challenges. Everybody across the world are dealing with the economic impact of the COVID pandemic. We're still feeling the consequences of that, the consequences of the Russian-Ukraine war and the associated sanctions, the implementation of that on the world economy, on inflation. And in the Pakistani context, the thing that sort of particularly made this the perfect storm